There is a heartbreaking scene at the end of the third Pirates of the Caribbean movies where Will Turner and his wife Elizabeth have to say goodbye to each other. Through a series of events, Will, who becomes the captain of a mystical ship, can only come ashore once every 10 years. And so the goodbye that they say to each other is one knowing that they won't be able to spend time together for 10 years. And so they kiss, and then as Will turns to head back to the ocean, he says, "Keep a weather eye on the horizon." It's a great line that urges you to keep an eye out, to keep watch, to keep looking. On Monday and Wednesday, we thought about the parable of the lost son and the idea that a person who comes to faith in Jesus is like a person who was lost but is now found. Today, we're going to look at the parable of the 10 virgins. And so we'll shift our focus from thinking about a person believing in Jesus for the first time to a person who is firm in their faith and how they now live in anticipation of Jesus' return. Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps and did not take any oil with them. The wise ones, however, took oil in jars along with their lamps. The bridegroom was a long time in coming, and they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom, come out to meet him." Then all the virgins woke up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish ones said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil. Our lamps are going out." "No," they replied, "there may not be enough for both of us." Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves. But while they were on their way to buy the oil, the bridegroom arrived. The virgins who were ready went in with him to the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later, the others also came. "Lord, Lord," they said, "open the door for us." But he replied, "Truly, I tell you, I don't know you." Now, there's a lot about ancient wedding ceremonies that we don't know. However, it seems from this parable that the young girls either belong to the bride's family or the groom's family, and so they're waiting on the groom to lead them into the festivities. However, some of them have oils for their lamps and some don't, as we read. And so while those without oil were getting oil, the groom arrived and they missed out. And not only did they miss out on entering the festivities with the groom, but when they did arrive, the groom declared that he didn't know them. And so they were not let in. Now, it seems a little harsh. And we would say, why doesn't he ask his bride if they are part of her family? Because, that's going to go bad. Or, why doesn't he recognise them if they are part of his family? But that would be to lose the forest for the trees, as the saying goes. Jesus concludes with what is the point of the parable, and therefore the forest and not the trees. Matthew 25, verse 13. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour. See, this parable of Jesus occurs in a series of parables about Jesus' second coming, and this parable urges you to keep a weather eye out on the horizon, to keep looking, to keep watch. But here's my question that I will talk about on Sunday. Do you think we should keep watch continually, keep watch while we're going about our daily lives, or keep watch only when the busyness of our lives allows? Why don't you take a couple of minutes to pray about that, and then ask God to help you keep watch for Jesus.